child alert out right now for 7-year-old Ashley Ordaz. Investigators say she was last seen in Palmetto, and they believe that she was with her father, 30-year-old Jesus Flores Gonzalez. Investigators say her mother made an agreement with him to allow the child to stay with him for the holidays, but he refused to bring her back. If you see them, call police.
Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond. I am here tonight for another one of my missing mysteries. This is going to be for a 7-year-old Ashley Ordaz. She went missing here recently, December 10th of 2021, okay? So before we get started, I'd just like to thank you all for listening and for watching as well. If you would please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated if you all would do so. I hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. And without any further ado, we are going to get into tonight's missing mystery. Ashley Ordaz. She went missing on December 10th of 2021. She's missing from Palmetto, Florida, age 7 years old. Her sex is female. Her race is white Hispanic. She has brown hair, brown eyes. She's about 4 foot 9 inches tall, and she weighs about 52 pounds. Ashley Ordaz is said to have possibly had a small cut on her forehead. She is said to be with her supposed father, which is Jesus Flores Gonzalez, age 30 years old, last seen in a Ford Expedition, white in color. Okay, she was last said to be seen in the area of 200 block of 15th Street in West Palmetto, Florida. Furthermore, according to source, the mother claims that she allowed her daughter, Ashley Ordaz, to stay with her dad, Jesus Flores Gonzalez, over the holiday. However, at which time that he was supposed to return her, he refused, and she supposedly has not seen or heard from her daughter since. Okay guys, I laid a spread. I have several different messages to give you all clarification pertaining to this situation, to this case, okay? I laid a spread. I also pulled from 3 different decks of extra messages, okay? But I also did a spirit reading for you, okay? And it is as follows. So I'm going to do the spirit reading first tonight, and then we're going to get into the tarot portion, and then we're going to get into the extra messages, okay? So, the mother claimed that Jose Flores Gonzalez is the father of Ashley Ordaz, which is her daughter. That is in fact a lie. Jose Flores Gonzalez is not the father of Ashley Ordaz, okay? Like I said, the mother claimed that she allowed her daughter Ashley Ordaz to go with her father over the holidays, and he refused to bring her back. That is also a lie, which means she has lied to authorities, okay? It's like a whole made up plot, okay? Number 1, I asked my spirit guides, is Ashley Ordaz's mother, if Ashley Ordaz's mother was a witch? My spirit guides tell me yes. This woman she practiced black magic, voodoo, santeria, something, okay? She is a witch. To what level she is on, I can't really clarify right now, but my spirit guides do tell me that this lady is a witch, okay? She practiced, you know, witchcraft and sorcery of some kind. Number 2, my spirit guides tell me that Jesus Gonzalez is not a stranger, okay? But he is not the father of Ashley Ordaz, okay? My spirit guides tell me that Ashley Ordaz was abducted from home, okay? She was taken from home, you know, when she was taken. So it wasn't, she was never, there was never like a time where she she went to visit this man for a little while, okay, for a visit, and was supposed to come back or whatever. There was something that went on the day that she was abducted and she was taken on that day, okay? There was no little holiday vacation trip and all that. That is a fabricated lie, okay? My spirit guides told me that Jesus Gonzalez was under mind control at the time of the abduction of Ashley Ordaz. My spirit guides told me that the mother of Ashley Ordaz put a spell on Jesus Flores Gonzalez, okay? As hard as that may be for people to understand, this man not only was under mind control, he was under demonic possession at the time, okay? And it is because of the spells that was specifically cast by the mother and placed on him, okay? It's a little bit, what I was able to gather, it's a little bit of different type of magic, but there was a demonic entity that was conjured up and placed on him to make him react in the way that he did. Essentially, through witchcraft, there was a demon that was conjured up and attached to him, okay? And for that to happen, he has to be pretty weak-spirited, okay? To some degree, okay? Also may have other issues, okay? For that demon to be able to latch on to this person so vigorously in the way that it did, okay? Your witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo, whether you believe it or not, there's a lot of people that don't believe in a lot of things, but that doesn't mean that it's not true, okay? You don't have to believe in anything at all for other people to believe it, to use it, and for it to be matter of fact, okay? Demonic possession is real, okay? Witchcraft, sorcery, black magic is real. I am so tired of these witches out here that's doing this evil, wicked, sinister mess to people, because this is real, okay? It's affecting people's minds, people's health, well-being, mental stability, and everything, okay? This is real, and for some reason, in this day and time, there is a lot of spells and curses that are being cast upon people, okay? You don't have to believe me. Look in your news, okay? Look in your newspapers, okay? Look in your communities and your neighborhoods. People are dying on the daily basis, okay? You would have to believe that everybody in the world is insane, okay? Never had an ounce of sanity for you to not know that something else is going on when it comes to all the things that are happening, okay? People are killing their own children. People are killing their own family. People are just wilding out and being triggered to randomly go places and kill complete strangers, okay? And these things are happening more and more rapidly every single day, okay? But I'm going to get into that at another time, okay? I just wanted to let you all know that, okay? And it's high time. This is going on so much so it needs to be put on the books, okay? If I have to go to governors, mayors, Congress, okay, whomever, it needs to be put on the books, okay? These witches, these warlocks, these individuals need to be charged to the fullest extent of the law. What they're doing, especially when they cast death spells and different things upon people, this is premeditated murder. This is cruel and unusual punishment, okay? This is, so many things fall on the line of what they're doing. And it's high time that these witches and these warlocks, they can sit in prison and do their black magic and they voodoo and cast their spells and their curses and conjure up their demons and try to see if they black magic and they voodoo and anything else they do can get them up out of there, baby. Okay? Because it's high time that it's on the books. And the only reason why a lot of these things aren't on the books is because there's a lot of sinister people that is in power. Okay? That use a lot of this wicked, evil, sorcery, demonic mess, okay? And that's the reason why we have complete evil and wickedness that is circulating through our world every single day. You can't look anywhere in the world, okay, without seeing something satanic, masonic, or demonic. Okay, you look in the magazines, you look in on TV shows, you look in the movies, you look at the news, you look to the government, you look at in the industry, you look in the school, everywhere. You cannot go anywhere without seeing symbology somewhere. That lets you know that there is demonic possession all over this world. Okay? We have that's the whole definition of wickedness in high places, okay? That is what runs, rule, and control our world, okay? For wickedness to be in high places and evil to be lurking around any and everywhere that we are right now in the neighborhood near you. You have to understand and know that there's demonic possession everywhere. And people aren't just waking up one day and smooth losing their mind, okay? You would have to be crazy to think the entire world is just mentally ill and insane. Ask yourself something. Why is it that everybody of some kind is mentally ill in the world except for those whom are high ranking and power? That doesn't quite make any sense, does it? But that is exactly what is being told to a lot of people. Okay? But people are not being told the truth. We are talking demonic possession. We are talking the conjuring of the dead, the conjuring of demons. We are talking about witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo, hoodoo, hexes, curses, all kinds of things. Okay? All kinds of things. And you can't tell me what you don't believe in. It's people that don't believe in God, but what they can't, no matter what they believe in or don't believe in, what they cannot do is tell you who in the hell created planet Earth. Who created other planets? Who created all the animals? Who created humanity? You can and cannot believe in what you want to. I'm not here to tell you what to believe in, baby. But just because you don't believe in something don't mean that it can't latch itself onto you. Doesn't mean that things cannot happen in this world just because you have consciously used your free will to make up your mind that something do not exist. Is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Nevertheless, moving right along. My spirit guides tell me that the mother was in a sexual relationships with Jesus Gonzalez. Okay? My spirit guides also tell me that Ashley Ordaz has unfortunately been killed. Okay? My spirit guides tell me that the mother, like I said, she placed a curse on Jesus Gonzalez to kill her daughter, Ashley Ordaz. This is the reason why that man left with that girl on that day. He was completely under mind control. He had been triggered. He was under complete demonic possession. Okay? And the man was a target. This was set up. I'm going to explain. My spirit guides tell me that Jesus Gonzalez has killed himself as well. So let me clarify. Ashley Ordaz is dead. Jesus Gonzalez is dead by self-inflicted wound. Okay? My spirit guides tell me that he was so overwhelmed with grief because these other entities had taken over his body, because he was under demonic possession, because of everything that went on. It was no turning back. And so it was almost like he kind of halfway snapped out of this trance for a moment, if you will, after he killed Ashley. And then he went on to kill himself. Okay? So my spirit guides tell me that the mother was also paid for the sacrifice of her daughter. Okay? My spirit guides also tell me that someone in power is the person who paid the mother. Okay? My spirit guides tell me that Ashley Ordaz's body was dumped somewhere. Okay? Also, my spirit guides tell me that Ashley Ordaz's body is not in Florida any longer. Okay? My spirit guides tell me that Jesus Gonzalez traveled to Atlanta and Ashley Ordaz's body was dumped in Atlanta. Okay? My spirit guides tell me that Jesus Gonzalez, he killed himself also in Atlanta. So their bodies both can be found in Atlanta. Like I said, Ashley Ordaz's body was dumped, was removed, but Jesus Gonzalez's body would be found in his vehicle somewhere, wherever he went and took himself out. Okay. My spirit guides tell me that Jesus Gonzalez, like I said, he killed himself in Atlanta, and Ashley Ordaz was thrown in the river in Atlanta, specifically Georgia. My spirit guides tell me there was several different things that happened to Ashley, but she ultimately was shot to death. My spirit guides tell me that Jesus Gonzalez did also shoot himself in the head. My spirit guides tell me that the person in power who paid the mother is a family member, but this family member who paid the mother works for the government. That's why this person is the person who is in power. So not only is this person in power and works for the government, but is a family member to the mother of Ashley Ordaz. My spirit guides tell me that Jesus Gonzalez is not the real father of Ashley Ordaz. My spirit guides tell me, like I told you all in the beginning, the narrative the mother gave to the police is a lie. She did not allow her daughter to visit or to go on a holiday trip with Jesus Gonzalez, okay? And the whole part about, you know, he refusing to bring her back, that is not what happened. My spirit guides tell me that on the day that Ashley Ordaz was reported missing, that there was a argument and a fight between the mother and Jesus on the day that Ashley went missing. Okay? Now remember, I told you this man was under demonic possession. This man had spells and curses cast upon him. Okay? Witchcraft done on him. This man was a target and he was under mind control. There was an argument and a fight that took place between Jesus Gonzalez and the mother. And she said something to trigger him to take that girl from their house. That's how that went down. And then she was reported as being missing for this long period of time. After which he knew at that point in time he had been set up. My spirit guides tell me that the mother and Jesus were friends with benefits and they were having sex, okay? I repeatedly kept getting sex. I was thinking, you know, sex spells, love spells, sex magic, but there was an entity, a deity, a demonic being that was literally conjured up and latched onto him, maybe through sex magic while having sex with this witch. She was able to transfer this demon onto him, but there was a lot of stuff, sinister stuff that I was picking up. I like immediately felt this, okay? I don't always pick up on, like, usually in a reading, if there was some, you know, some sinister stuff kind of going on or whatever, I might pick up on it later. I felt that the mother was, because I actually, the reason I felt this off top is because I did the tarot first. I wanted to see what went on with this girl. Okay? So when I got the devil and the magician together, I knew that it was some satanic, demonic stuff going on. Okay? And it was centered predominantly around the mother. And then I got some information about work, and I'm like, this woman does this for work. Like, she may do something else, but people pay her to do this type of work. Thus she is a witch. Okay? And so then I started picking up other things, but that was what I picked up first before I even got into what I overwhelmingly felt that first, before I really got into what happened to Lil Ashley. Okay? And that usually don't happen off top. Like, if there's some type of sinister stuff that's going on, I may pick up on it, later. It usually don't pop out right away through tarot. You understand? I may pick up on it once I do the spirit reading. I have a whole different practice in how I get my answers for the spirit reading. You understand me? So when I did the tarot first, so I clarified the answers that I got in the tarot first. That's why the first things that I told you was things that I questioned from the tarot, the answers that I got from the tarot first, okay, to even be able to come up with those answers like right away to give them to you, okay. So yeah, there's just like, there's a lot of underhanded stuff going on. There's a lot of sinister things that's going on, that's happening, okay. There was, like I said, there was some money that was involved behind this. This man was under mind control. He was a target. This was triggered. This was set up. He was under demonic possession. He had some other underlying issues, because I don't feel like he was a safe individual anyway. But I'm going to tell you something else that don't sit right with me, okay? Now, I get, okay? Now, when you have a child, it's custom for your child, whether you're with that child's father or not, you give that child the father's last name. But many of us mothers, if by the time we give birth, if the father of our children is not a father, okay, or have made an effort or partook, even act like they're going to be in the child's life, we will often give them our last name. You understand what I'm saying? So I get it. This girl having a different last name. But ask yourself this. Why would a person, because you have to understand from a mother's mindset, if a mother has given her child her last name, okay, or even the name of somebody else that she could be randomly hooked up with or something, okay, ask yourself this, y'all. Ask yourself this. If a person is not in their child's life, they're not paying it, they're not helping you to support this child, to take care of this child, to raise this child, why would you randomly let your child go off with this person? Okay, this is somebody who has not, you didn't even entrust giving your child this person's last name, which means this person obviously has not been an active father. If one wanted to say that Jesus Gonzalez is the father of this child, okay, you got to step into the mind frame of a mother. Okay, you obviously did not trust this man enough, okay, to give your child his last name, okay, which means from jump, throughout your whole pregnancy, and by the time you gave birth to this child, he obviously was not around. He obviously was not a father. He has not helped you support this child. She hasn't been going on visitations with him. He hasn't, bought clothes or diapers when she was in her infancy, or formula, or she hasn't been. So this is how you know that it's a lie that this is this child's father. That is not her father, okay? And how you know that this is not her father, because first of all, I asked my spirit guys, was Ashley Ordaz's mother white? And my spirit guys told me no, okay? Now, Ashley Ordaz is white and Hispanic. Jesus Gonzalez. Okay? He is Hispanic. Okay? This baby has Caucasian in her. You understand me? That is not her father. So this woman has straight up lied, first of all, to herself. And then she lied to authorities. But she's got a family member that works in government that is a part of this setup. This baby was sacrificed. That man was a patsy. He was under mind control. He was a target. He was under demonic possession. And curses and spells had been cast upon him. Now, I do not feel like he was a safe person. I can sense that he was not a safe person. I can sense he's probably had a little hot temper. Okay? This was somebody that the mother was screwing, which is another reason why you wouldn't randomly let your daughter go off with somebody that's your soppy. This man was not even her boyfriend, spirit say. You understand me? This was her side piece. This means that she's screwing somebody else that is her main boyfriend, okay? And her baby daddy is somebody else, okay? This man, spirit tells me, is her side piece, okay? So let's get into these other messages. Okay, y'all, excuse the other spread that I have here. I was actually, when I came home from work, okay, I was supposed to be working on another reading, okay? And I started looking into something because, like I told y'all the other day, I was getting ready to get ready to work on another missing mystery, okay? And I was actually thinking about, it was a man that went missing here in my state in Arkansas. He went missing Christmas Eve, okay? Now, he's a full-grown man, okay? And I feel like foul play is involved in that situation, so I was going to do a reading for him to help my own government out, with getting his family some answers because they're from here. So this is what I was thinking that I was going to work on next, okay? Because he's an older man, okay? And well, I'm not just going to get in that case. I'm just going to work on it later, okay? Because we got a lot going on here, okay? So we're just going to stay focused on this, okay? But that was the original plan, okay? So I was going to do that. I had this set up already that I was going to work on, which I started working on it before I left and went to work. And so when I came home from work, I was going to be ready, set, go. You know, I have to do things in an orderly fashion, honey, how I'm going to do things, or whatever. And so that's what I was going to do. But for some reason, when I came to sit down and get started on things, I was just led, to go to, the, what is it called? The, Centers for Missing and Exploited Children or something like that. It's called, or whatever. And I was sitting here and I was getting ready to do this reading. And so she came up, okay? And I actually heard about this going down the other day. And usually when something first happened, I wait for a little bit, especially when an Amber Alert gets put out, because when they have a face and they have a vehicle, a person that took the child could be with, they have make and model of the vehicle, you assume, okay, the police is in hot pursuit. They're going to get the person, the baby's going to be found, within 48 to 72 hours for sure. Because every detective knows, okay, the longer a child is missing, the least likely you are to find that baby. You understand me? She went missing December the 10th. You understand? Today is December the 8th, okay? Another 2 days, this baby will be gone a month, okay? So I'm like, okay, forget it. So I researched and I did my readings and I searched and I searched and I searched. I said, well, let me see something. Have they found her? Is she, has she been hurt? Is she in the hospital? Because I seen something about that there could be a cut on her head, which bothered me. I'm like, how did they know that? Did somebody harm the girl? Hit her in the head? What do you mean? The picture that you put up don't have with a cut on her head. Why would she have a cut on her head? Did somebody hurt her as she was being taken, or what? What happened exactly? You understand? But this was part of the report. Okay? So I'm like, okay, I want to know what's going on with this baby. And so I ended up sitting here and I got into it and I said, you know what, forget this. I did my little research. I read some little articles and different things. I checked to see, okay, it's been a while now. Because at first when I looked at it, I thought it said December 21st. And I said, okay, well, you know, it has been a little while since it's a new year now. It's a new month now. But at the same time, I thought it said the 21st when I first looked at it. And I looked back at it and it said December 10th. And I'm like, oh no, something else is going on. So I ended up sitting here and working on it anyway, guys. So let me get into this, okay? So first of all, we have the Nine of Swords here, okay? So somebody was definitely scared, was in mental conflict, had high anxiety, okay? Being haunted and taunted by demons, okay? That would be Jesus Gonzalez, okay? He was being haunted and taunted by these demonic forces that had been put on him, okay? This man had high stress levels, anxiety, okay? He couldn't sleep, he couldn't eat, he was out of his mind with what he was dealing with, okay? Before and after, Spirit is saying. Why? Because we have the Tower here. Something came to an abrupt halt, okay? Something came crumbling down. Something catastrophic happened, okay? The very foundation was shooken, okay? Something horrible happened, okay? And this man has been in mental conflict. Like I said, he was already being haunted and taunted, okay? But he was in mental conflict, for sure, even before this tower collapsed and came crumbling down. Why? We have the lovers here. The lovers. You understand me? This is not the baby daddy, okay? This is not the boyfriend. He was a side piece. This chick was screwing him. Okay? We have the lovers here. The lovers talks about needing to make a decision in some type of love relationship. She has a boyfriend, and she was screwing with him too. Not only was she was predominantly screwing with his mind. Okay? She was only having sex with him to keep leading him on. But this is a fool that has some underlying issues anyway. So you really didn't have no business playing with him like that anyway. You needed to make a decision on who you really wanted to be with, okay? But the man was in mental conflict, y'all. And something very catastrophic happened pertaining to the relationship here that we have with the lovers. Okay? Now, what went on? Now, like I told you, this man was already being haunted and taunted by demons, y'all. Demonic possession, y'all. I'm going to prove to you. Because I'm going to prove to you this man was under demonic possession. Even before the high stress levels and anxiety. You understand me? And him being, having this scarcity mindset and everything. See, that came after the tower collapsed. This abrupt thing that happened with the tower here. Okay? But I'm showing you how the man was under demonic possession. Next to the lovers, we have the devil and the magician. Somebody was playing with demons, playing with magic. This man was under a spell. You understand me? When you get the devil and the magician together, there is some satanic and demonic things that is going on. Okay? And they sit right next to the lovers. Okay? So if this was not his doing, it had to be her doing. The mother was behind casting spells on this man, working against this man. It was all part of the setup. Okay? And my spirit, guys, I went through so many different practices when it comes to witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo, certain curses and spells and different things like that, because I wanted to know specifically what was he under, what was placed on him, okay? And a demonic entity had been attached to him. And it wasn't until I played the extra messages that I realized that this man, not only that, but this man was a patsy. He was a target as well, okay? So now we got individuals in power with access to remote technology to manipulate and control this man's mind. A mind that's already under demonic possession. Okay, already having curses and spells that have been cast upon him. Okay, now this mental conflict with the world here, this mental conflict is here. This man had anxiety and stress and this mental conflict because something had gone full circle. Something had came to an end. He was very upset about it. It has to do with the relationship that he was in, because I told you he wasn't nothing but this woman's side piece. She was playing games with him. The hoe was playing games. Okay? And something came to an end. Okay? That's what had this man in mental conflict. Okay? Because like I said, she was playing games with him. She hadn't cast curses on him, spells on him. She was only having sex with him for a while, just to kind of, hook, line, and sinker. You understand? Now this tower, what came to an end? This tower that collapsed. Okay? It has to do with somebody getting hurt. Somebody needing to be recovering from something. Or in recovery, or needing recovery. Okay? Somebody was hurt though. And this is what sits up under the tower. This is what shook the very foundation. This is what caused an end. Okay? You see this person laying here like they're dead with these 4 swords above them here. It's the 4 swords here, okay? Oftentimes when you see this, a person could have gotten injured, gotten hurt, ended up going to the hospital and died at the hospital, okay? But somebody was injured, somebody was hurt and ended up dying due to it, okay? With the Ace of Cups, there was extreme feelings and overwhelming emotions pertaining to this, okay? And this Ace of Cups sits right under the Lover's card, okay? So there was like some overwhelming feelings pertaining to this relationship, okay? Now, I told you this Jose Gonzalez, or Jesus, is it Jose or Jesus? Jesus, excuse me, not Jose. Jesus Gonzalez. He has some underlying issues, okay? That he may have needed to be in recovery from maybe substance abuse and other things like that, okay? But there was something that came to an upheaval, okay? There was something that went down pertaining to the relationship that he had with the mother. Because this Ace of Cups, this cup runneth over, okay? This cup is full to the max. It runneth over with emotions. It's a cup. It's all about feelings and emotions, but this is overwhelming feelings and emotions pertaining to the situation that has happened here, okay? So then we have the reason why there was so much feelings and emotion, overwhelming feelings and emotions. We got the 10 of Swords here. This talks about ultimate betrayal. This talks about being stabbed in the back 10 times. This literally talks about somebody being killed, hurt, murdered. Okay? Which sits right under the devil. This is how I knew that this baby was not alive anymore. And not only that, that something had even gone on and happened to Jesus. I also knew, because when you get tens talks about endings, completions. Now, at the beginning of the second spread, we already knew an ending happened with the world. The world talks about something going full circle and reaching a completion. Something has to come to an end in order for something new to begin. You understand me? So you had the world. You had the four swords. You had the Ace of Cups. Sit next to the Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords. And guess what's sitting up under the Magician? The Ten of Cups. You got two tens sitting together. So we're talking about ultimate betrayal within the family. This is how I know the mother was in on what happened to that baby, as well as the other family member that assisted this whole setup for that baby to be sacrificed, for that money that was received. This man was a patsy. He may as well had other underlying issues. He may have had anger issues. He may have had substance issues. I'm not saying this man was no angel, no perfect person. But what I'm telling you is this man was a patsy. He was a target. He was triggered. He was set up. He was under mind control. The man was under demonic possession. He had curses and spells that had been cast upon him. This was a set up, ultimate betrayal from within the family. The Ten of Cups talks about family. The Ten of Swords talks about ultimate betrayal, often a death. The traditional tarot shows you a man that is laying out, look like he's dead, with 10 swords in his back. He has been betrayed by this family. Jesus Gonzalez was betrayed, and they set up Ashley Ordaz. It was ultimate betrayal. And they set him up to be the fall guy for the crime. The Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups sits right under the devil and the magician. This satanic, masonic, demonic mess practices, if you will, that they are a part of, it runs in the family. You understand? We're talking sellouts to the satanic powers that be. Okay. Okay. So, after this, like I told you, there was an argument, a fight. There wasn't no visitation through the holidays with her daddy crap. That was a lie. There was an argument and a fight. A bunch of fighting, fussing, and cussing that went down on the day that Ashley was reported missing. She was taken on that day. But this man was triggered. She ended up telling him to take her. Now ask yourself, who you just got into a knockout, drag out fight, and then you say, yeah, just go on and take my daughter. No mother with any good common damn sense. Not one. Not one. But that's what went down. And that's how that man knew after he left there with that girl that he had been set up. That it was like it clicked. Out of all the stuff that, he was under and everything, it was like it clicked in that moment. From when he left there with that girl, it was no turning back. He had been set up. He got to reflecting on it. He got to thinking back here with the Six of Cups. He thinking back. Okay? This sits up under the Nine of Swords with the world. He got to thinking back. How all this happened. How did this go on? He realized he had been set up. It wasn't no turning back. By then they had reported this girl missing. By then they had told the authorities that he was the culprit. Who did it? If they found him, he would go into prison for kidnapping. The man realized he had been set up. With the Six of Cups here, he got to thinking back all over what had took place, what had went on. Okay? And because of that, that's the reason why this judgment, this decision was made. To kill Ashley Ordaz and to kill himself. It wasn't no turning back. I know what judgment was made, and this judgment sits right up under the Tower and the Four of Swords. A judgment had been made. A decision had been made. Guess what sit up under the Lovers with the Ace of Cups? Death. Wasn't no turning back. That man knew he had been set up. That man knew some sinister demonic things was going on. It wasn't no turning back. He knew he had been set up, and it wasn't no way out but to kill himself. But that man had been triggered to take that girl with him. How I know? Because Spirit said that's the truth. That's clarity. With the Ace of Swords here. What I just told you is the truth. Okay? And the Ace of Swords sits up under the Devil and the Ten of Swords. I'm telling you, there was some satanic, some demonic things that was going on that caused this ultimate betrayal here. That family set that man up for this as well, for him to be the fall guy, for sacrificing his little girl for them. Spirit say that's the truth. He was a patsy. That man was under mind control. This witch was casting curses and spells on him the whole time, and he didn't even know it. He was mesmerized by the pussy. And I guarantee you the argument that went down between them was her finally telling him she wasn't going to be with him no more. This is what set off the other triggers. This what made him snap. This what made him wig out all of a sudden. Then somehow she convinced this fool to take the daughter with him. The hell? It was a setup, knowing full well when he left there with that girl, they was going to report him missing and say he took her. He abducted her. And it concocted a whole story. I'm trying to tell you, Spirit said that's the truth. Y'all gonna learn to listen to me one of these days, okay? So what sits up under the Magician with the Ten of Cups, okay? I told you, they magicians, they witches in that family. It ain't even just the mother. Whoever this family member that she got that works for the government that's in power is in her family. But they are sellouts. It's more than one. It could be up to 10 of them in their family. That's sellouts. That's witches. That's into this. And that do this for money. The Seven of Course talks about somebody working hard at something. This woman gets paid for her witchery, her witchcraft, her sorcery, her magic that she do. They work hard with setting this up. The Seven of Coins sits up under the Magician and the Ten of Cups. They are witches in that family with the Magician here. They witches with the Magician here. And it's at least 10 of them in her family with the Ten of Cups here. And they get paid for this. They work hard setting up this man. They work. They do this for work. That's the truth, Spirit said. They set dude up. Okay? So what happened? You know why they set this up? You know the hard work that they put in? Making this sacrifice happen? We got the Eight of Wands here. The Eight of Wands talks about sacrifices needing to be made. They killed two birds in one stone. They sacrificed that man. They triggered that man to kill himself and kill that baby. It was something else that I needed to tell y'all too, because it kind of threw me aback. I'm gonna tell you in a minute, okay? This sacrifice that was made, y'all, okay? With the Eight of Wands here, there was a sacrifice that the family decided needed to be made, okay? With that baby being killed, with him being killed. He was collateral damage. So they wanted him to kill himself too, okay? We got the Nine of Cups. Who got the Nine of Cups that sits next to something that's talking about sacrifice? This is what somebody wanted. The Nine of Cups talks about hopes, wishes, dreams, something somebody desired, something somebody wanted. Yeah. What I tell you about the tens? We got all three tens here, baby. We done had the Ten of Swords. We done had the Ten of Cups. Okay? The Ten of Swords talking about ultimate betrayal. The Ten of Cups talking about the family. And what you think we got right next to the Nine of Cups? None other than the Ten of Coins. Large lump sum of money, baby. And let me tell you that this Nine of Cups sits right up under the Tower, the Four of Swords, Judgment with the Nine of Cups. This was somebody that had this go on like this, to set this man up like this. The Ten of Coins sits under the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, and Death. They was paid to pull this off. You see all these? You see all this? Now look, you see this kid right here? Look like this kid reaching over here to these people over here. These could be her family members over here. This could be the guy right here. This the mother right here. See this kid over here? Like this. 10 of Coins. For both of them to be sacrificed. Sits right up under Death. Yeah, that means they was paid for these sacrifices. True. Okay. So let's see what sits under the Devil. The Ten of Swords with the Ace of Swords. The Chariot. They triggered that boy to go on the run. And then I tell you he was in a white Ford expedition. The Chariot talks about leaving, traveling. It talks about vehicles, transportation. That fool hopped in his car, hopped in his truck. You see how them horses white? Them, you know, in this chariot here, they white. That boy hopped in that vehicle and it took off. Spirit said that's the truth. It sits right up under the Ace of Swords, okay? And guess what sits up under the magician with the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Coins here? None other than the Eight of Swords. Excuse me. He felt stuck, bound, like his hands was tied. You see this person how they bound, but you see how she got this blindfold around her eyes. He was blindsided by how they had set him up. That's why he felt like he had no choice but to kill that baby and to kill himself too. They set him up. They set him up for money. Both of them. Both of them. And then you got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. He left in a fast-paced hurry. Speed. Fast movement forward. With the Ace of Wands here. Why? Because of the Five of Cups. Sadness. Loss. Look. Why? Because of the Five of Wands. 2 5s. 5 and 5 makes 10. Competition, conflicts, disagreements, arguments, fussing, fighting, cussing. He had at least 5 people working against him. At least. Yeah. Somebody lying. Trying to get away with something. Trying to be sneaky. Somebody being manipulative. With the 7 of Swords here. Yeah. Yeah. So Spirit say that's the truth. That's what went down. That's what happened. Okay? I got some extra messages here for you all. Real quick, let me look at this, guys, because I had to write, I wrote this down. I think I asked about it, but I may not have wrote it down, but Spirit keeps saying it over and over again in my head, and I did get the card when I pulled the extra messages here. Spirit is telling me something about a rape or something. Ashley Gonzalez could have gotten raped. And this was after, this took place after she was taken. Okay? So, whoever this girl's father is, Spirit is saying that she has some fake love from that father. Okay? That there was definitely some fake love from their father. There was no support, no help at all coming to this family, coming to this woman for this child. Which is possibly, furthermore reason why, they didn't care too much about sacrificing this baby. Why? Because of pure evil here. This is demons, devil, death, spirits, wickedness, pure evil. I'm telling you what they was playing with. They were playing with demons. They were conjuring up demons. We have satanic ritual abuse here. Little Ashley Ordaz, she could have been a victim of satanic ritual abuse, Spirit is saying. Okay? For that to come out, she was a victim of satanic ritual abuse, okay? Okay? Spirit is also saying that they're dangerous. Like I said, I do not feel like that this Jesus Gonzalez was no angel. I'm not saying in the least bit that he was a perfect person, that he didn't make mistakes, that he didn't have bad habits, that he didn't have a temper or anything like that, okay? But Spirit is saying that Ashley Ordaz's family was dangerous, okay? The whole situation that she was in, these people were dangerous. This says get out, don't trust them. Run, don't look back, okay? They're dangerous. Okay? We also have kidnapper. Okay? So they're dangerous, sit right next to kidnapper. So Spirit, I feel like could be saying that the kidnapper, which would have been Jesus Gonzalez, was dangerous. He was under demonic possession. Pure evil was in him, had been conjured up upon him, and everything. Okay? So there was definitely some satanic ritual abuse going on. But what happened when Ashley went missing, okay, I'm telling you, Spirit is saying that it was sudden. It was a sudden attack. It was a sudden change. It was all of a sudden. It was, as fast, as quick as a lightning strike of what took place. Okay? We have dark parties here, as well as dark coven. So like I said, the mother and other people in their family are, sellouts. I believe they partook in, some sex magic. It may be participants of these dark coven of some kind that have sex parties and do sex magic and different things like that, because both of those came out together. We have betrayal here. This talks about disloyalty, manipulator, a liar, somebody with bad juju, a deceiver, somebody two-faced, a backstabber, a gossiper here, okay? We have rape here. Okay? So I feel like this young girl was, she either, Spirit is saying that he raped her. Jesus Gonzalez raped her, is what Spirit is telling me. We have negative energy here. He had negative energy on him, as well as there was a lot of negative energy pertaining to the situation altogether, okay? He did have a temper. He had, he got very angry. There was darkness that was in him, antimatter. There was abuse, a sense of bullying even. But Spirit is saying that these MFs crazy, okay? So that's more than just him. These MFs are crazy for what they pulled off, for what they've done. And see, that's the reason why they used somebody like him. Because they knew this fool was, about out of his mind anyway. Because like I said, I do believe he had underlying issues. This is the reason why it was easier for them to use him as a target. Okay? You use somebody that's, already have mental health issues, or somebody who abused drugs and alcohol, or somebody who's mentally ill in some type of way or whatever. It's easier to attack them with, it's easier for demonic forces to work through them, to latch onto them. It's easier to cast curses and spells upon them, those types of people, because they're already low vibrational beings anyway, okay? But Spirit is saying these MLs are crazy for what they pulled off, for what they done, for how they set him up, as well as what was done to that child. And it was all done for the love of money here. Okay? But there was bad vibes all around this situation, okay? This talks about envy, haters, jealousy, obsession even, okay? Bad vibes all around with everybody involved in this situation. Like I said, the argument that took place between Mr. Gonzalez and the mother, there was a lot of anger. It was outrage, fiery anger, okay? So just ask yourself, if you got into a really bad fight with somebody like that, who would just let their child, just, come on, little Ashley, go ahead and go with such and such, like you wouldn't, okay? Spirit was saying that they needed to stay away from this cycle. So like I said, do have some underlying, issues. I feel like mental health issues, okay? Because Spirit is saying stay away from this cycle. But I feel like it was more than just himself that was cycle, okay? But Spirit is saying stay away from this cycle. And right next to that, we have none other than demonic possession here, which talks about evil, wickedness, demons, dark energy. I told you, it's what was attached to that man. Spirit is saying you can't trust anybody. That baby couldn't trust her own mother, couldn't trust her own family. She couldn't even trust that man, Mr. Gonzalez, okay? This talks about deception, evil, wickedness. One needing to watch their back. You couldn't trust these people. And this falls right on top of betrayal. Spirit say they effed up a long time ago, though. Yeah. We have protect yourself from predators. So he was a predator. He was hot-tempered. He was a predator. He obviously was a rapist. He had anger issues, mental health issues. Spirit is saying he was a psycho, okay? But I'm telling you, that woman, those people, they used him. They found them the perfect patsy and used him. And see, this is why she willed him in with having sex with him for a while. We have MK Ultra mind control. I told you that man was also under mind control. There was multiple things that was going on, okay? We have stalker here, following you, invasion, harassing, somebody in the shadows, somebody watching, okay? Stalker vibes here. The devil in disguise, okay? Two-faced, evil, demonic, wicked, shapeshifters, the devil in disguise. I feel like more than one person is the devil in disguise in this situation, okay? But this could be pertaining to Mr. Gonzalez here, okay? We have birth mother betrayal. I told you she was involved in the setup. She betrayed her own child. But she also set that man up too. Regardless of how crazy he was. You know, maybe he needed help. You know, needed to be in somebody's rehab somewhere or something. But, you know, to set somebody up like that, that's messed up. Okay? And I believe he knew at some point, like what she did as far as like, you know, witchcraft and stuff like that or whatever, he was able to sense it. He was able to feel it, because the next message I got was, don't pop up witch. Nah, your spell's not working. He knew she was a witch. He knew that she was doing something. And this was probably the reason why the knockout dragout fight went on, okay? He felt like he was sleeping with the enemy, okay? She was nothing more than a money-hungry gold digger. She was using them for money and all kinds of things and setting them up at the same time. She was doing moon rituals. Who was doing it? The family. With family disloyalty here, with the betrayal here, okay? You see where I say no kin of mine, no friend of mine? That man wasn't related to them people. But the family worked together in unison with all this magic and mess that they was doing. Okay? And what's on here? You see what I got written on here? On the midnight moon? It say magicians over here. It say illusion, manifestations, witchcraft. This is what they was doing. I told you they were satanic sellouts. These people are satanic sellouts. They're involved in secret societies. They're involved in the occult. And you see where it says sacrifice over here? Yeah, that baby was sacrificed. Jesus Gonzalez was sacrificed. He also love spells was being done on him as well. As demonic entities was attached onto him. Okay? I told you all, Spirit said that Ashley Ordaz's body is in the river, but she was dumped in Atlanta. She is no longer in Florida. Spirit is saying that the relationship between the mother and Jesus Gonzalez, this was he probably was a narcissist, okay? But this was a narc relationship, okay? Also, another thing with the argument that took place, we have cheaters here. Okay? So I told you, the mother, she's messing around with multiple different people. Okay? But I told you a fight took place. There was fighting, fussing, and cussing that went on that day. Now ask yourself, anybody that you get into a knockout, drag-out fight with right now, and you have children, okay? Whether you have children by this person or not. If you got into such a brutal fight with this person, are you then going to allow your kids to just waltzy on out the door with them? I don't think so. This man, look, we have gang stalker, mobbing. This man was under mind control. Also, illegal technology was being used on him, remote neuromonitoring. They were harassing this man. Okay, neurolinguistic programming, voice-to-skull technology. This was what was being done on him. He was a target. This was being done on him in unison with the witchcraft, the sorcery, the black magic, the voodoo. Okay? On top of the fact, if he had any substance abuse issues, if he had any mental health issues, if he had any anger issues, if he had any substance abuse issues, okay? What I tell you? Somebody put a spell on you. Didn't I tell you this woman cast a spell on this man? She was doing voodoo, witchcraft, hoodoo, black magic is all on here. She was casting spells on this man. He was set up. The mama did it, okay? I told you, there are some crooked cops and government that is involved in this situation, and my spirit guides tell me that specifically it's somebody that is related to her. Individuals that's related to her. It could be some other individuals that know that's in government, but spirit is saying that there are crooked cops and government that is involved in this situation. But like I told you, when I did the spirit reading, my spirit guides told me that somebody in power paid the mother for the sacrifice of her daughter, and then I got the person that paid the mother is somebody that's in power, and then I got the person that paid the mother that is in power is her family member. Okay? So we have fake, phony, fraudulent friends. This guy was nothing but a friend to her. Okay? We have danger ahead. Proceed with caution. Goblins watching. I believe after they set this up, they sat back and watched this whole thing go down. Okay? That man didn't realize that he was really set up. I believe he knew about the witchcraft and all this other kind of stuff or whatever, but it didn't hit him how they had set him up until after he left there. And he knew that it wasn't no turning back. We have, you can't trust this person. He couldn't trust them people. He was surrounded by a family of witches. And I can't necessarily say that he was to be trusted. Okay? Again, you can't trust anybody. She wooed him in with sex. Guys, I told you they were nothing more than friends with benefits, okay? This man was trying everything in his power to block all evil that was coming from them people. Every time they had sex together, the magic got stronger and stronger and stronger, okay? The struggle is real. He was really struggling, bro. Not only with the fact that curses and spells have been cast upon him, he was struggling with the fact that he was a target, that illegal technology was being used on him as well. This man was hearing voices. This man was being haunted and taunted. That's the reason why he was such in mental conflict. But remember in the beginning of the reading when I told you that he had mental conflict even before all of this went down? Feeling blue. After it all happened, after he left there, that man got to feeling really sad. He realized that he had been set up. He was heartbroken. Okay? He realized how much disloyalty that there was. He realized that they hadn't stabbed him in the back. He realized that they was plotting against him. That's when he knew he had to kill that baby. He couldn't go back. He had to kill that baby and he had to kill himself. Okay? Low down, dirty shame, baby. Nothing but a low down, dirty shame. Period. Period, point blank. And spirit say that's the truth. Y'all, that concludes your reading for this missing mystery segment. I thank you all for listening and for watching. If you would be so kind to like, share, and subscribe, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. For Florida's police department, for those of you who are on up and up, who you needed clarity in this case, I do hope that the information that I provided will help you and assist you in recovering this young girl so that she can be, you know, have proper arrangements and different things like that, okay? Like I said, I thank you all for listening and for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If there is anybody who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com or tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com, or you can call or text me at 501-478-8035. If anybody is feeling generous and you would like to donate to the channel, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. You would enable me to help and to heal as many people as I so possibly can, guys. You can donate through Cash App at $tiffdiamond36, or you can do so through PayPal at paypal.me/@36diamond. Okay? So as I always told you all, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, guys. I tell you all the time to watch your surroundings, watch the company you keep, but most of all, watch the surroundings and the company in which your children are in, okay? There is wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around every corner. It could be in a neighborhood near you, okay? You never know when somebody is going to betray you. You never know when somebody is going to stab you with 10 swords in the back. So keep some protection on you, okay? Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Also, real quick, guys, in conclusion, I would just like to say this real quick, guys. I am really tired of the fact that we have so many supposed readers out here, witches out here, supposed psychics out here, mediums out here, clairvoyant, clairaudient, whatever it is that you want to call yourself. Okay, you got people out here, necromancies, and y'all talking to the dead, and any and everything else that you proclaim to do. Okay, but what I don't understand is, well, how come that is so much effort, especially with these witches, casting curses and spells against people, to hurt people, to harm people, to kill people, to block people's love life, to stop people's finances. Okay, to cause people to be ill. You're doing glamour spells to try to make people ugly. You're doing body spells to try to make people gain massive amounts of weight or lose massive amounts of weight or lose their butts and all kinds of crazy mess that y'all doing. Okay? Conjuring up all kinds of evil against people, but you don't put forth no effort. There is nothing that none of you do that heals anybody, that helps anybody, that saves anybody, that uplifts anybody, that guides anybody. A nothing. You would think psychics, witches, readers, mediums, clairvoyants, all of you, all over the world. I don't understand what's not motivating you all to come together, to learn how to appreciate one another, to work with one another, to bring missing women and children and young boys home. There are 800,000 children alone that goes missing every single year. Not every 5 years, not every 10 years. We're just talking about the United States. 800,000. That's only the children. That does not even include the teenagers and the adults that go missing, because it's well over 1 million if you add them. Why in the hell don't you all care about that? I get so sick and tired of hearing about divine masculine with his crazy comics and his side pieces and his baby mamas, twin rays and twin flames and soulmates. Every reading is just a bunch of mess and a bunch of gossip and a bunch of slick shots and a bunch of low down dirty shade, because the vast majority of you are sellouts and you're too coward to admit it. You're in competition with one another, but y'all worried about who's screwing who down low, who in the closet, who under the covers, who getting high, who about to hook up with a rapper, who about to be the next big celebrity, who balling, who about to hit it big, who about to get rich, who sucking and fucking, who dipping and tipping, who geeking and slipping. That's all y'all worried about. Every reading, you hear the same shit. And I get it. Sometimes you want to know what's going on in your love life. Sometimes you need to know what you should do about how to move forward in your career or something. But every single day, you got hundreds and thousands of readers out here. And don't none of you give a damn about missing women and children. When is it gonna matter to you? When it's your baby that come up missing? When it's your family member, the person that you do care about, that you do happen to love? Because I understand if you don't like somebody like me, baby. I wasn't born for you to like me. But I don't understand why people ain't mad as hell that 800,000 children alone go missing every year. Y'all should be protesting and marching and forcing your government, forcing your military, forcing your police departments, forcing the elites, the satanic powers that be, to give you answers. for where these missing babies is at. They act like they so tough on terrorism. They big bad bullies when it comes to try to take over somebody else's countries and steal somebody else's power and take over somebody else's leaders and stealing oil and stealing gold and everything else that's going on. But everybody real quiet. It's real silent when baby after baby after baby come up missing. How many more babies gotta die? How many more babies gotta go missing, never to be seen or heard from again? And you happen to see it in your paper, you happen to hear it on your news, and you shake your head real quick and you say, how awful is that? And you go back to sucking and fucking and partying and drinking and getting high and hooking up with your boo thing and your side piece and your main thing. And everything else that you into. You caring about your designer clothes and your fancy shoes and your big booty, big titty, thick woman you got and your fine man with a fat wallet that you got. But don't no babies coming up missing bother you. No, y'all more worried and interested what celebrities and things is doing. All up in their business and who they screwing. Yeah. Y'all worried about all kinds of things that don't even matter. When it's minors underground begging and pleading for help. And won't nobody save them. Because everybody that's on the surface of the earth, they high as a kite. They drunk as a skunk. They somewhere sucking and fucking in the closet under the covers. All you sellouts, you turn a blind eye for the powers that be, for your little few incentives. And you don't care nothing about none of these babies that come up missing. No. Because the majority of you that sellouts, you sacrificing your own kids to get the deal any damn way. The majority of you so eager to be rich and be famous. You liable to sell your soul, sell out your kids, and kill your mama all at the same time just so you can get rich. But you don't care nothing about no babies that go missing. 800,000 of them. You can hate me if you want to. I don't care nothing about it. Keep targeting me. That's why I started Missing Mystery. Because while you wasting your time watching me, while you wasting your time and your technology stalking and harassing me illegally, unwarrantedly, I'm going to keep putting on blast how many babies is coming up missing. And I'm going to use my talents and my skills and my abilities to save a life. To find somebody that has been lost. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care nothing about no likes, no shares, no subscribes. You ain't got to donate to me. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to put me on if you don't wanna. I don't care nothing about being rich and famous. I happen to like my privacy, even if I don't have no privacy, because y'all competing with me, because y'all stalking and harassing me, because y'all targeting me. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. I ain't around here doing what these other jokers is doing. That's why don't nobody talk like me. Don't nobody act like me. I ain't no sellout like the rest of these cats. I want to do something that matter. I want to make a difference while I got breath in my body. And excuse me if every reading I do ain't about who you sucking and fucking and who coming in new for you. And who you sneaking and watching and who you want to be with. And what's new coming in for you. And what you got to get rid of. And what you got to stop. It's a bunch of gossip. It's a bunch of mess. From one reading to the next. And I don't hear nobody. All these bitches. They robbing you blind. Talking about some personal readings. $50, one question. $100. 30 minutes. These are same chicks that'll get online and do an hour to 2 hour to 3 hour videos for free, but they'll charge you $100 for a personal reading for 30 minutes. It's robbery. And a bunch of them fake and phony. They don't even believe in what they're doing. They playing with you to get the money out of you. I want to save people. I want to heal people. I want to help people. And I ain't putting nobody down. And I ain't fronting on nobody and stunting on nobody. And I ain't hating on nobody because I don't care about none of that shit. I ain't in competition with none of you. Because what I do and what y'all do is something totally different. You ain't no need to compete when don't nobody else compare. But what I'm trying to figure out is why is it that it's so many, all the witches in the world. You around here doing love spells to invade and violate somebody else's mind and free will. You are around here casting spells on people's love life, casting spells on people's wounds, casting spells on people's finances. I'm going to work with every breath in my body, baby. And if I got to march all the way up to the Supreme Court till something is put on the books for you bitches to start going to the penitentiary one right after another, because it's cruel and unusual punishment what you are doing. It is domestic terrorism at its finest what you are doing. And the only reasons why you've been getting away with it as long as you have, because we got a lot of sinister people in power who with that shit too. And that's the reason why so many of you is walking around here with your nose stuck up in the air and thinking you better than somebody, and you think you doing something special. You think you unique in some type of way because you can do some voodoo and some hoodoo, because you can do some black magic, because the industry and the satanic powers, the beating that took a liking to you. That's because you a sellout. That's because you under monarch's programming. That's because you going along with the agendas and the propagandas of the satanic powers that be. That's why. Ain't nothing special about you. Baby, it's people that's already made it, that's in power. That's more powerful, stronger witches than whatever your ass could be. But whatever talent, skill, or ability you supposed to have, whatever power you think you got, how come you don't want to save no lives with that? I ain't asking you to do nothing for me. What I'm wondering is how come you don't care nothing about no innocent babies? How come? That's what I wonder. How come you're not doing what you can to assist your government? You say you can talk to the dead. You know how many of them have been killed. You know how many cold cases you could help solve. You know how many is still living and being held hostage and being violated and prostituted and pimped out and passed around every day. You mean to tell me you psychic? You a medium? You a real? But you ain't linked up with nobody who halfway give a damn in power to help them solve none of these cases. How come? How come? I just wonder why. So many witches out here. And not a one that I have seen carry anything about the missing, about the slain. People being killed on a daily basis. Y'all don't even understand that these satanic powers that be, they got a technology that they can use remotely. And they can use it on anybody, anywhere, at any time. To alter your state of mind. And trigger you to commit any kind of crime. Kill your children. Kill yourself. Go to a store and shoot it up. Mow down an innocent crowd of people. Do you think that these things just happen by chance? These is real crimes that's taking place. A teenage girl, whole life ahead of her. Hell, she could have went to the Olympics for anybody know. She ran track. Found in the park the other day. Y'all on here talking about who fucking hoeing twin rays, twin flames, and soulmates. And y'all just stop with the bullshit, readers. I am so sick and tired of y'all talking about your person this and your person that. And in the same breath, you claim that this person got a wife, a side piece, and baby mamas, and a karmic that they dealing with. But you hollering about this your divine masculine and your person. If this nigga is with somebody else, that ain't your person. Fuck you mean? Stop lying to people. Talking about your person. If somebody your person, if somebody is for you, they single, you single. And y'all trying to find one another. If this nigga got a girlfriend that's a karmic and a boyfriend that's on the side, that ain't your person. I kid you not, I done heard more readers in the same breath tell somebody, oh, your person, your masculine. The divine masculine. I don't see nothing that's divine about it. That ain't your person. How somebody your person that belongs to somebody else? Always somebody your soulmate, your twin flame. You single, they single. And y'all trying to find y'all way towards each other. Something that I can understand. But what you're not going to make me understand is that somebody, my person, that's got a crazy ass karmic in their life. They got baby mama drama. They still married. Talking about they on the verge of a divorce. They not divorced yet, my nigga. Which means they're still married. That's not your person. Stop lying to people. Because there's a whole lot of people in the world that hang off of any and everything that people say. And they searching and they looking for something else to believe in because religion have let them down so much. Because the hypocrites and the Satanists and the sellouts is right in the church. So people can't depend on the religion no more because they have been lied to and they have been bamboozled. So there's millions of people out here that go online, that flock to the web in search of something else that they could cling on to, that they could believe in, and you're lying to them. I have seen tarot readers. I have seen supposed life coaches. I have seen supposed motivational speakers. I have seen people with supposed ministry channels. And I've seen y'all all wear the Masonic colors. Throw up your Baphomet horns. Throw up your 3/6s. Do the one eye symbolism. Do the shush symbolism with the one finger over the mouth. Put the ridiculous ass blonde hair in your head. Y'all all are sellouts. Stop lying to people. Ushering people to the slaughter. Convincing people to sell their souls. You all are hypocrites. How about you save a life? I don't know what you come to do, but I come to heal and help as many people as I so possibly can. I have come to earth to spread peace, love, and light amongst this world as much as I so possibly can. And I would hope that those of you who call yourselves being spiritual, that you have come to do the same. Because from what I have seen, that is not the case at all. I'm tired of the lies and the deceptions, the manipulations and the intimidations. I'm tired of people tiptoeing around, playing pretend like you righteous and upstanding, while you cast your ridicule and your judgments against any and everybody else, but you're not doing a damn thing to heal anybody, help anybody, save anybody, uplift anybody, support anybody, or guide anybody, because you don't even speak the truth. You do nothing but fall in line and regurgitate the agendas and the propagandas of the satanic powers that be for your incentives. So y'all can be internet celebrities. So y'all can get paid. Because that's all you care about. Because you don't really care about anybody's life. Because you don't care about anybody's soul. All you care about is your own self. Your own fame. Your own fortune. That's all that matters to you. Materialism, which is the vast reason that the majority of you sell out in the first place. But you know what seems to amaze me? For so many of you who are sellouts, for so many of you who are clearly Luciferian, Satanists, you're cowards, which means even Lucifer will devour you, because you don't even have the audacity to have the nerve or to the balls to worship what you supposedly believe in, what you have sold out to openly. And that goes for you regular, everyday, average Joe selling your soul, all the way up to you powers that be. What does it really mean when you too coward to openly be honest with the people about what you praise and you worship in secret? Why not be open and honest with the fact? That's what you about. That's what you stand for. Instead of bamboozling people, instead of lying to people, instead of manipulating mind-fucking people. Because that's what's wrong with the world today. Peace, love, and light, guys. Namaste.